Check. All right, so we got Bally. Let's post this here in the Discord. All right, so we got Pally here. This one we've traded before. Let's take a look here at the charts. So penny stock just crossed over $1. Let's see here. We could have some room here to reclaim part of this day here. Not sure what the chart is on that day. Doesn't go back that far. Yeah, I'd say target maybe 193 if it can open up. Maybe up to 2. Maybe up to all-time highs. It really depends how strong this momentum is from Friday, because CRBP did make a big move. So that still could keep the markets nice and hot with the momentum. So we'll see what PALI has in store. It is a low float. Let's check out the dilution tracker. Check out the dilution tracker here. Looks like it has a 9 million share float. Looks like it's already done its offering. Exercise price for warrants at $2.64. So it looks like we have quite a ways for that. And it does have news. PALI does have news here. Announced that represented positive preclinical data of its lead asset, Pally 2108, at the Crohn's and Colitis Congress. So decent catalyst here on PALI. We have ONMD as well. This one has a, let's take a look. ONMD for the float. This one has a 22 million share float. This one also a lower price stock. Float's a little bit on the higher end. And the daily chart seems, or not the daily chart, the intraday chart, pre-market, seems to be fading. But we did have a nice move here from 50 cents all the way up to $2.18. Daily chart looks like it had a recent IPO back here in November, so not too far. So we could have a little bit of range on this. All the way up here. Yeah, so I think if we can break back over VWAP over this pivot here at 154 or 158, maybe we can look for the highs. So I'll put an alert right around VWAP in case it does creep up. That way I'm alerted right over $1.50. Let's see if it does have news on it. Now it says participation is an exhibitor at the 15th Annual Scope Summit. All right, so not that good, huh? Not that good of a catalyst. Let's see what else we got here. CNXA, penny stock. No news. Rev B, we've traded this one before. Lost a lot of money on this one before. On REVB, I really do not want to trade REVB. I lost a lot of money on this. I think this is when I had like my, I think I had like at least a $1,000 swing in my P&L to the red side on this one. Looks like I had quite a bit of reverse splits. So the float is super low. Price is high, float is low. REVB, so today could run 0.21, so 200,000 shares outstanding on REVB. Looks like it's got its offering ready to go here. Man, they are ready to dump on its shareholders. That's for sure. So if they dump this offering here, should be about 1 million shares. It should be about, if they sell it at $10, it should be around $10. It shouldn't be much, could be lower actually, but I don't think it's going to be up in this area. Usually it's a lot lower than the market price when they do an offering, which is why the price goes down so much. It usually goes below the offering price. The market price usually dumps below the offering price. So this could rip like CRBP maybe, who knows? I mean, this can go to 20 or 30, but I would be very careful about that offering. The way I can tell is I went to dilution tracker. So you got your float here, 0.21 million or 200,000 shares. Looks like its offering is in progress, size undisclosed. So potential offering, usually what they like to do is they publish news, gains attraction, volatility, and gains volume and liquidity. And then these companies dump shares onto the market to raise capital with using that liquidity after posting that news. So, since it does have a 200,000 share float, they're definitely going to do an offering at some point. Like, it's almost guaranteed. That's why they did all these reverse splits. So, definitely going to dilute their shareholders even more. Okay, so when it says priced, so here's your S1 offering. So this is a S1 offering. This one has not yet been completed. So where it says in progress indicates that the company is still in process of engaging with the institutional investors to set the price of the offering. Stock price typically drops to or below the offering price. Remember I said that a couple minutes ago. Usually drops to or below. So they're already warning the traders and investors that whenever there's an offering, price is just going to go down. Like, that's just like historically what happens. yeah, immediately after the news offering being priced. So has not yet been priced in for this offering. They have not completed it yet. This one says priced, so that means that indicates that the capital raising process has been fully completed and should not impact further prices. And that was back in 2022. So it's been a while since I've done that offering. So could be raising some more cash today for REVB. I'm probably going to stay away from it, but I'm probably going to stay away from it. You know, considering how I traded CRBP, which is also a high price stock, I completely trashed this whole freaking trade. Like, I was just so frustrated with myself. I just couldn't hold on to profits. I kept losing on the spread, and I just couldn't get any good trades. And then on this dip here, I was like, man, this could be a good opportunity, but we're like 30 cents off the halt down level. And if we get to a halt down, I could lose like $2 or $3 a share. It's like the risk reward could be way off there. I ended up missing most of the move, and they only finished up about 80 bucks on the day, which is small green, which is, you know, at least I'm green and not red on something like that, but definitely had potential to be a massive day if I played my cards correctly. I was aggressive in this area around 700 shares. And then after all this chop, I'm like, okay, this is just not gonna, this is like not working out here. We had a false breakout here, topping tail. We rip up into a halt up, thinking it's gonna be strong. I mean, resume $2 lower, and I'm like, this is not working out. You know, it's just gonna be bound where I kept a big loss. So I sized down to 200 shares. I'm like trading in this area, 200 shares, and I'm, you know, trying to catch this breakout, and I'm like taking small gains here and there, and then it starts ripping without me. And that next entry here on this dip, I was too cautious because that halt down level was like so close. And my biggest losses ever in the market, the biggest losses I ever take, is taking the panic dip into a halt down and getting caught in the halt down and taking a loss on the resumption. It's my biggest ever losses, and I know that about myself. So I was definitely very cautious on this dip. But, you know, sometimes you'll get this panic dip and it does halt down. And if you're not stuck in a halt down, that resumption, let's say it resumes around $12.50, $21, that's the entry. That could be the entry because we're still above previous highs. We're making a higher low. You know, as long as you're going to think that this is a bargain to get in, and we're going to at least try to potentially attempt to retest the highs or have at least a decent bounce. Those are my better trades, you know, after skipping that halt down, you know, not getting caught in it, and then catching the resumption is a great trade. But yeah, CRBP was pretty nice, and I hope this momentum continues. Almost hit 40 bucks. Almost hit 40 bucks. Faded, gave back half the move. We could see a potential bounce here, but it's gonna be risky. It's definitely gonna be risky. So I'm going to keep that one on the side chart. I wonder if this one has a any offerings in progress. CRBP. So no, it doesn't have any. I don't think so. Registered, yeah. So it doesn't have any offerings in progress here. It has warrants, but the exercise price is at $396. So if anyone's holding a warrant, if they exercise it now, they're taking a, you know, $300 a share loss because they have to exercise it. They only make profit if the price is above that $396. which I guess after all of those reverse splits, you know, chances of it going back to 396 is going to be low. Very, very low. I bet those warrant holders are a couple years. Probably been holding that for a couple years. That sucks. All right, let's take a look here at the overall market. This is going to be another green day. I guess so. Looks like another green day. Bitcoin kind of chopping around here. 42, wow. Back up from 39 up to 42. I added some IBIT, which is the Bitcoin ETF. So I'm holding IBIT for like my long-term retirement account, just like very small position, just to get some exposure to Bitcoin. But you know, I'm not over leveraged into Bitcoin. I'm also in the red still, but if it goes lower, obviously I would add some more, kind of DCA, dollar cost average into it. But you know, decent bounce here on Bitcoin. Could see 50,000 at some point this year. Overall market strong right now, man. Like, people are thinking that we're gonna go into another bull market, but I don't know. A lot of people are probably going to be, after not buying in this area, are going to be FOMOing in this area because they think that it's just going to go like this and then this and just keep going, which I don't know. I think if it goes like that, we have a problem. I think the problem would be inflation coming back. Because they did just release the inflation news. It did go up by a little bit. And if they're planning to drop rates, this year before inflation hit 2%, because it's still right around like 3.6%, I think. And if they're planning to drop rates before it hits 2%, it's likely to come back. So, you know, everything is just going to continue to go up. Housing prices, stocks. We can have what's called a reverse market crash. A reverse market crash. Let me show you. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I can see it on here. No. Let's pull this up. So this is a reverse market crash. This is the Argentinian stock market. This is the reverse market crash. This is caused by inflation. You know, Argentina is arguably the worst inflation on planet Earth. Their currency is being devalued by like hundreds of % per day. So imagine being paid like $20, and then tomorrow it's worth $1, and then the next day it's worth 10 cents, and then the next day it's worth 1 cent, and then before you know it, you're using it to wipe your ass. That's the Argentinian currency. And so look at this, man. Like 2022. Looking pretty, you know. If, say you got some money in the market, say you got some money in cash. If you hold that on for another 2 years, it's like you might as well just use it as toilet paper, man. Like this is not normal. This does not mean that the Argentinian economy is absolutely killing it. It does not mean this. It means reverse market crash. all the buying power, all the currency, value of the currency is being absolutely demolished, and the people who are in power are the ones in control. So, you know, this could be the future of the United States if we can't get that inflation down to 2% and they drop rates again, and there will be no middle class, and there will be 80% of people will be living in poverty, and 20%, or less than that, probably like 5%. So it'll be 95% living in poverty and 5% in the ruling class, which will be the politicians, and they'll be the ones with all the money. So that could be the future of the United States. So let's just keep doing what we're doing, and yeah. Already, what do they say? The American dream is now you need to make $500,000 a year or something like that. The American dream, you need $500,000 a year, and I would say 80 to 90% of people in millennials and Gen Z are nowhere near able to financially afford a house. And if they do, it's a shed in someone's backyard. That's still 400, 500,000 a shed with no running water. Inflation. Inflation, gotta love it. Let's take a look here at the S&P 500 inflation adjusted chart. Let's take a look at this. I forget where I found this chart, but it was so clear. Could be this one, actually. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. All right, so let's go through our watch list again. So we got Pally, which is the one I traded already a little bit on the first breakout there. I had a quick trade here. I bought the dip here and added, and then sold on the pop up to around 108, 109, and I made about 20 bucks. Small size. So we'll see if the momentum is hot today. I mean, this is kind of the day that we had on Friday. I think it was like everyone's like, oh, it's gonna be a slow day. MBAI, yeah, I remember this one. Let's see, MBAI. Yeah, but everyone on Friday was like, oh, it's gonna be a slow day. It's Friday, and then we have a 300% runner. So break 4 on MBAI could be potential. I don't see any news, and the volume is not the best. Volume ain't the best on MBAI, but I'll put an alert. You never know. Could see, you know, if volume comes in at the open. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be the one though, because it doesn't have news. It's not even on the scanner. And is it even up? What is it up? Like 10%? It's up. No, it's up 38%. So it's up a decent amount. Maybe we can get a break at $3.95, $4. The float on MDAI, let's see, was 60 mil outstanding. Let's check that dilution tracker. 7 million share float, so not too bad actually. Not too bad. Looks like Pally's making a move here. Pally could be the one today. Pally could be the one. It's a cheaper stock, but I mean, at least we're over $1. So we're not going to be trading, you know, sub pennies, which is good. I don't really enjoy trading sub pennies, and I also don't like trading much farther after like 20 bucks. So if we can hold over $1, you know, I could totally trade this. We're up, Pally, we're up about 125%. So, I mean, it does, you know, could continue. I mean, Friday we did see a 300% move. So if this does a 300% move, we're up here, right around $2. Let's see. Yeah, 276, 280, 290, 300% will be over $2. So we could see, you know, up in this area potentially. But, you know, don't take my word for it. This is not financial advice. But as far as what I can read, you know, this could be the one for today. We're consolidating near the highs. Does have the best volume profile. You know, 800,000 shares of volume traded on these large green volume candles. So it's already really pretty good for pre-market. If we can, you know, sustain 2, 3, 4, or 5 million shares per 1 minute candle at the open, then that's going to have enough fuel to really make a move. And the float is, what was it? Dilution tracker here. The outstanding is 9 million. And the float is 9 million. So 9 million shares float. And it doesn't have any offerings in progress. So that means they're not going to, you know, drop an offering on us today. Or anytime soon, at least within the next few hours. So it could, you know, bring us some more aggression. And I do want to put CRBP on the side charts in case it does have a bottom bounce, but I really don't want to trade it. Really don't want to trade CRBP just with the spreads. The spreads just can rip you apart. Rip you apart. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Let me update my watch list here. So my watch list here is Pally, P-A-L-I, O-N-M-D, M-D-A-I, CRBP, and REVB. But, you know, those last two I really would not want to trade. Or CRBP and REVB. If I, you know, I'm not itching to trade those. So they're going to be on the back end of that list. But if that's all we got, you know, then I'm just going to have to make it work. The reason I didn't like REVB was, again, because it does have an offering. It's a 200,000 share float, and they do have an offering in progress. So they're going to drop that at some point and use this liquidity. So I would be careful with that one. They had multiple reverse splits. They're publishing news, and now they're ready to drop that bomb. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you guys hit that like button on the way out. If you're a new viewer, hit that subscribe button for me. Hope you guys get green today. So we have PALI is going to be my main watch here coming into the open. And then on the side chart, I got ONMD, CRVP, and ONMB would be my second kind of favorite here. And then if we see CRVP make a move, that could also open up as well again. But prefer to trade either PALI or ONMD, but we'll see what happens here. Day trading is risky, and my results took a long time to get. So, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. And be wary of scammers and impersonators. And I will never ask for money or personal information. I will never trade for you. There have been reports of fake accounts trying to scam, so be careful with that. Good luck today. Stay disciplined, stay patient. Market's still a little warm. Hopefully we see something nice today. But always got to manage your risk first. Always got to manage your risk first. And on those A+ setups, if it looks juicy, trust yourself and go for it. And go for it. You can't grow unless we push our comfort zone. So if you have a consistently profitable strategy, you know, what's holding you back from scaling that up to, you know, reaching those levels that we dream of getting. So a lot of times we're the ones that are holding ourselves back. So you have to understand that and just go for it. You know, if the setup is right, the stock is right, market's warm, you know, go for it. So hope you guys get green today. I'll see you guys.